How's everybody doing? This is Yanko Maceda, founder of Tabanero Cigars, and we're here in Estelí, Nicaragua, Estelí, Raymond Page's Tabacalera. Raymond Page's Tabacalera. You guys can see the logos on top. It's the end of the day, so we've been rushing because there's a lot going on when I'm here in Estelí. And we did some practice yesterday, as you were able to see it in the stories that we posted yesterday about next generation. And we'll be talking about next generation, how I feel compromised besides what I'm doing in my lifetime, how I need to get the next generation ready, help the next generation to discover if they have any passion, any desire for this industry. And the best way I can do that is exposing them to the industry, to the lifestyle. So we've been a whole week in here in Estelí. I've been showing all the process, the different process that you will make before smoking a cigar. I remember the first time I came here, there was not even a table for quality control. There was no table for quality control. Right now there's 2 tables for quality control. There's a supervisor, an administrator for the whole area, and then we got 2 really good supervisors on each salones. The people, the ladies working the wrapper, they still working. Everybody's already done, but the ladies doing the wrapper, they still working. It's a long day for them, so the wrapper is ready for tomorrow. So the wrapper is ready for tomorrow and next week. They don't stop. And talking about next generation, the best what I can do for my kids is to bring them here and expose them to the industry, expose them to Nicaragua, so they can, in the near future, decide if they want to stay in or keep going. Santi, párate para que él te enseñe. Santi, párate para que él te enseñe. Lester Falcón is teaching Valentina how to do wrappers. Y dame tu nombre completo, hermano. Wilmer Mesa. And Wilmer Mesa is showing Santiago how to do bunches. And again, probably you guys seeing this and you're saying that you probably in your mind you're thinking that it would take a long time for them to learn. Yes, probably a long time. But we're planning to move to Nicaragua in the near future, and I will commit myself to bring in at least twice a week if they're really into learning how to make cigars. Duro, papi, arráncalo. No doubt they're being taught by masters. Wilmer and Lester's they've been making cigars for at least 18 years, and they're one of the best rollers right here in Estelí. I don't know if because Valentina was watching the ladies applying wrappers, she said, you know what, I want to learn how to do wrapper. And then Santiago said, I wanted to do bunches. I brought Sebastián Maceda recently, I think it was February of this year. And I also did as best I could, exposing him to the industry. But I guess because when I started in the cigar industry, he was already 10 years old. He had other ideas about what to do in his future. He came here when he was already 20 years old, and he saw a lot because he was able to go the tobacco fields. He was able to go to the industry where they pre-industria where they do when they get the tobacco ready, fermentation. He was able to see a box shop. But still, I believe Sebastián wants to do something else. Now, Valentina and Santiago, they were born into the industry. I remember my wife having issues. Sorry. my wife having labor pain or labor, and going to the doctor when we were opening the first shop in the first shop on 7th Avenue, the second shop on 7th Avenue. And I'm a little bit nervous because I'm watching my kid with the chaveta and those little fingers. But he's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. This is his second bunch. That's his second bunch. Mira Valentina haciendo la cabeza, así el cap de la cabeza. And who knows what's going to be their future? Who knows what's going to be their future? But for now, I'm doing my part. I'm exposing them to the industry that I love. I wish I had someone that would give me an opportunity to help me out to find out what was my purpose in life. So my responsibility is somehow expose my kid to different things that they will be able to find some purpose. Also, which is a beautiful thing, we've been here a week and they're already speaking a lot more Spanish. So I'm just thinking when they're here for an entire year, they will be totally, fluent in Spanish. That's a big plus, a huge plus. ¿Eh? Sí, no las he visto, no las he visto. Ahí está bien, papi. Santiago, atiende. I think we should train them with sister in another room and him in another room, because being good brothers and sisters, they're always competing. Even tobacco that they're practicing right now, you see the quality on the tobacco that the kids are practicing with it.
Para el otro lado, voltea la hoja. Eso. Eso.
There you go. And again, nobody's been pushing here. They've been asking me they want to learn how to make cigars. Oh my God, he's a pro. I guess he has some potential. ¿Tú crees que tenga algo de potencial? Where you can sit down with the master and try cigars fresh from the table. ¿Estarán bien hechas esas, Ervin?
Excelente. Hay que darle un ratito para lograr manipularla.
Sí. Para que no se engrasen y eso. And this will be the Patriarch box. These are the samples. We're going to have to work hard to have them ready for the show. But these are the samples and we are really satisfied with it. Dime, Santi, ¿cómo te sientes? ¿Bien? Okay. I asked them if they wanted to come back to Nicaragua, if they wanted to stay in Nicaragua for longer, and they said, yes, Dad, we want to come to Nicaragua. So that's a good sign that they're going to enjoy being around tobacco and learn as much as they can. Now it can be a game for them. Now it can be something like playing around, but we don't know how it's affecting them to be here doing this. Some of the guys, one of the leaders here said, no, Yanko, why are you going to teach them to do cigars? They're going to be the boss of the factory. I said, well, I guess to get to be the boss of the factory, you got to learn from the bottom. So I want them to learn things that I didn't have the opportunity to do.
aquí abajo.
We are ready for Vegas PCA 2022. We are ready for it. We have the stage, we have all the cigars ready. And also the Patriarca that we're taking to Vegas PCA. It's ready, it's ready.
No se le vaya, se vaya a hacer.
Wow. Wow. Next generation. And believe me, this morning when we were ready for breakfast, they asked me, Daddy, are we going to go to the factory to train again, to do tobaccos again? And I said, yeah, if you guys want to, yes, we do it again. It's all finding a way that is fun for them, that they feel important when they're doing it. And that's what I have learned with my kids. It's about experiences, it's not about fulfilling with material stuff. I'd rather spend some money in air tickets and come down here and expose my family to what I'm doing and getting ready for the future, instead of buying material stuff that they get old pretty quick and they lose interest pretty quick. Qué actitud. Sí, pero están dando una ayuda ahí, vaya. They're already tubing the leaf for Santiago. I think that's really easy. That is really easy. I know it's pretty difficult to do this in our country, but those who own their own business, don't feel shy to expose your kids to your business. You don't have to push them into it. You just expose them. And if you're really having fun doing what you do, doesn't matter what it is, plumbing, electrical, car dealer, if they see that you're really having fun and you're really passionate about it, they're going to want to imitate. So expose them to your daily stuff if you can during the summer, because you don't know how they will be impacted. I also want to mention I want to thank you guys, because all the sales that we did with the Tampa Daily, Father's Day Tampa Daily, that sample has been a successful. You're talking about 10 different totals, 10 totals and 10 Robustos, Songros and Connecticut. It's been a total success, because in a box of 20 count, you can have the best of our world. You can have the best of Tabanero Cigar. So we're going to keep the box. It's not going to have the Father's Day figure. It will have something different. And we're going to keep the box, and it's going to be called Tampa Daily. Tampa Daily. Mira cuántos bonches ya tiene Santiago. Wow. Mami, ya podemos terminar con ellos. Ya.
Déjame que ya termine.
Ya. Que ya pase la capa. Ok. Santiago, dale las gracias. Aquí, dale las gracias, dale la mano.
Ya no vamos a seguir.
Ya, completo. Y yo sé que ustedes quieren ir a la casa.
Mírame el profesionalismo.
Sí, esa niña tiene manos de artista. Esa niña tiene manos de artista. And she has, yeah.
¿Y si va a tener más?
No, ya vamos para la oficina. What do you say, Mama?
Gracias.
¿Dónde va a estar la otra parte de la oficina?
No, aquí mismo, seguimos, sí.
Ya te digo esto, que no puro de joven, ni abajo, ni reposado. Solo con él. pareja.
¿Sí?
Porque vamos a poner a hacer también que necesitamos más.
Los dos quieren aprender. They both want to learn. They both want to learn.
Pero puedes ponerlo.
They both want to learn because when they see Daddy's cigar, when they see Daddy's cigars in the patio, in the shop, and they see such a beautiful piece of artwork, they're intrigued how they're done and how they come out so beautiful.
No, yo sé.
Tramando tabaco.
Exactly.
Tú no tienes un montón de 60.
Cuidado, Santiago. Ahí está. Ahí está.
Se les traigo ahí un poquito más.
Hola, ¿vale?
No, pero no. Queda bueno.
¿Qué tú crees, Lester? ¿Tan bonita?
Yo hizo 5 tabancos.
Bueno, esa las hizo César de Estelí. No, no.
Límpiate la.
Papi, yo
Sí.
tengo mucho.
Ok, despídete, mi amor.
Santiago, say goodbye.
Y aquí, y aquí.
Mira, y en la cámara, di bye bye. I'll see you guys next time, right here.
Aquí, pa.
Bye bye. I'll see you guys next time.
Valentina,
Vayan para allá. Vayan para allá.
¿ya te despediste? Ok, ya, vírate para acá.
Yo quiero hacer
Mami,
esta
ya.
una más.
Yo, mami, ya Lester tiene que ir a su casa ya. Ya, ok.
Yo quiero hacer esto.
Everybody's closing here and they want to stay doing homework. Espérate, no, déjamelo levantado. Para hablar con... Sorry. So it's already closing, but there's people that are still here because they really compromise about what they're doing in the
A
factory.
mí me gustó.
¿Te gustó? ¿Te gustó lo que hiciste? Mm. Valentina ya. Entonces, del viaje pasado,
¿La viste?
que fue hace un ratico, oh,
¿Tú no lavamanos allá?
sí, mami, allá hay un fregadero. I'm asking, always we get to this point to find out, to figure it out from the last trip that I had, which was recently, how things have changed, how many things have changed. And I always like for Raymond to share with you guys qué es lo último así que ha estado sucediendo bueno acá en la factoría. ¿Qué cliente así nuevo?
Amor, de momento no se puede hablar mucho, pero
It's still a secret, but we got promising clients that really appreciate the work that he does. And Santiago, y las cosas que tú siempre has estado pidiendo se siguen acercando, pero se empiezan a poner las cosas más difíciles, más...
con la mano de obra, con la materia prima está muy difícil.
Well, his deepest desire to have an entire full production as close as he can to premium cigars, it's here for him, but things are pretty difficult. Things are pretty difficult because of the exodus to Nicaragua, to U.S., from Nicaragua to U.S., and the pricing of materials, that hasn't helped. My personal opinion, I believe that if any good changes happen in November, and somehow we managed to lower the oil price. We managed to lower the oil price. It will affect also the tobacco industry. It will affect the tobacco industry, and things will get easier. Lo que conversé contigo, lo del petróleo, ¿tú crees que si el petróleo baja, las cosas a lo mejor se arreglan un poco? El empaque, el celofán.
Hermano, eso está por los elementos hoy. Eso.
Una
Yo
caja de
pienso que
empaque,
sí.
¿cuánto te costaba?
Una caja costaba $2.30, ahora vale $6.
The brown boxes where we ship all the cigars to US, we're talking about, ¿qué? 6 meses más o menos, 4 meses?
En 5 meses ha subido eso.
5 months, from $2.30 to now $6.50. And it's the same thing with cellophane, paper, everything has gone up like that. So don't be discouraged when you see pricing going high in your retailers, because it's happening and they can keep eating and eating and eating that cost. That's it. It's not feasible. Yo les digo que no se asusten cuando vean que los precios en la tienda empiezan a subir, porque ustedes no se pueden seguir comiendo todo ese precio.
Estamos comiendo un poco de ese incremento que ha habido. Y es en todo, no es que es una sola cosa, ni es nada, es en todo.
En todo. ¿Y tú crees que también la especulación de que la gente grande está acumulando tanto material afecte más la situación?
Hay menos en la calle.
That's the other thing, that hopefully big companies, they will stop hoarding so much tobacco, because right now it's affecting everybody that is medium, that is small, because the big guys are hoarding a lot of tobacco. You probably hear the same live we did in Nicaragua. You hear the same thing, but I got to keep sharing with you guys so you know what's going on.
El secreto está en que sembremos.
I like that. The secret is to to start a fundraising. How do you call that in America? The GoFundMe?
GoFundMe?
GoFundMe. Start a GoFundMe so we can start raising tobacco here in Nicaragua, because he's in planting tobacco, because he's in his beginnings, and for me, coming from retail going into wholesale, I'm also in my beginnings. Deberíamos poner una cuenta acá en los Estados Unidos que dice GoFundMe, para que la gente empiece a echar dinero y crecer tabaco allá abajo. Pero nada, seguimos adelante. All right, guys, I'm going to Vegas, July 7th. It's gonna be a nice crew going to Vegas, and then I'll be back from Vegas, and I'm coming straight to Nicaragua for at least a month or 3 weeks to Nicaragua, so I can start my box shop. I don't give you any coverage on the box shop because the containers are arriving next week. The lazy machine is arriving next week. Now it's closer and closer. I believe that the next trip I'm here, you will start seeing more about the box shop. Guys, thank you very much. Again, my name is Yanko Maceda, founder of Tabanero Cigars, where we believe in the enjoyment of craftsmanship that allows you to stop time, reflect on life, and plan the future ahead.